Hi, Miss Foster. This is Ruben. The poem I chose is If by Rudyard Kipling, and the reason I chose this poem is because it's been a poem that's been drilled in my head pretty much. Because in fourth grade, I was forced to memorize it as a class project for the whole year. So ever since then, I've been knowing this poem, and I've always read it once in a while. So it goes like this. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't do in lies. Or being hated, don't give way to hating. And yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your masters. If you can think and not make thoughts your aim. If you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same. If you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools. Or watch the things you gave your life to broken and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start it again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you, except the will which says in you, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch. If you neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much. If you can fulfill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. So, the reason it has a lot of meaning to it is because ever since I was little, I've always wanted to be in the TV, like Hollywood industry. And the part that gets me the most is the quote where it says, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch. Because I feel like once you make it into that business, the industry, people become big headed and have a more expanded mind to things. And they forget about the people they grew up with. And they forget where they were raised and who they are. So that part gets me the most because if that would ever happen to me, which I hopefully doubt, I hopefully will, that won't happen to me because I wouldn't want to lose my friends and most importantly my family because of my career. So the part that grabs me the most is the part where he a repetition where he says if a lot, and he uses if to emphasize the changing of yourself because he says, for example, the quotes I like the most where it says if you can keep, which is in the beginning, it says you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. So it's saying if you can keep your thoughts and keep who you really are when everyone else around you is losing theirs and they try to use you as a cover up pretty much for themselves. And also when it says if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies. Or being hated, don't give way to hating. And yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. That one pretty much says that once you be I'm using as an example of me being in the Hollywood industry, for example. So it's like once you've gone through all these phases, all your changes, where you're not the same from who you were before you were famous, you can still be humble and patient and dependable and trustworthy, even though you've been out through all these twists and turns, which some of them are positive, some of them are negative. So it's like the evil you gain from it, you still have to be who you really are. And that's pretty much how I feel about this poem. So.